Okay folks, it's a nice sunny day out there. It's been really warm today. It's been a little bit more wintry over the past few days, which is to be expected in springtime here in Sydney, Australia. Let's see how we go with this. No, I don't want copied paper. Actually, I'm thinking we just go stick with that. Photocopier is making horrible mechanical noises. Sounds terrible, folks, I must say. Okay, let's see what we've got to do. We have here, it's one of these BioCup Art Series cups. It's one of these little insect thingies. It's a work of art, but it seems a shame that it's on a throwaway item, you know, like something that gets tossed away and that when you're finished and that's it. It's a shame that everything in this world has become so disposable. I had a glass of water at work in this one. Let's see how we go with this. This photocopier sounds really rough. But it usually sounds really bad just when I switch it on, primarily. But we've got something that we've done really well. That looks really good. We're going to enlarge it. I'm not sure. Going to make it a still piece and maybe angle it or something, folks. Anyway, that looks good. That's really good. Good start. So we're just going to recycle this. Oh, they're not recyclable apparently. I'm not sure, it's confusing. It's hard to know what these days what can be recycled and what can't, but we've reused it for something interesting. We're just going to put it on an angle, but basically, yeah, the world has become a real disposable place. It's really difficult trying to avoid throwing things away that shouldn't be thrown away, because everything's made to be thrown away, and I just can't seem to see what solution we have to this, because the big corporations, you know, they have the power and they determine pretty much everything. They try to sell you things, they try to tell you to upgrade, even though upgrade is another word for throw away. Throw away your product and get a new one. Now I'm just thinking we're going to enlarge this more on the horizontal. So yeah, you just can't avoid the throwaway ethic of this world that it's become. It's really difficult trying to make the world a better place when everyone's going in the wrong direction, including myself. But it's so hard to go against the flow because so many people are just using, throwing away, and that's it. And everything's just geared around that. I just can't find a fucking solution to it, however much I wish I could. I wish I could be a part of the solution and not the pollution, as the rhyme goes. I don't normally like rhymes, but this rhyme is really true. Wondering how we're going to make this. But basically it's really difficult going against the crowd, because the crowd are all walking in a certain direction and you're walking the opposite direction, and it's really difficult trying to resist what the rest of the crowd is doing. So, but one day I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to be building future photocopiers that are designed to last 60 years instead of 5 years, and they're going to be made out of mostly out of recycled materials. And most of the money that I earn as a CEO will end up being put into good causes like the environment, like science and humanitarian causes. Someone's got to make a stand, folks. We can't go constantly using and throwing out things. And these photocopiers of the future, well, I'm going to be the CEO of the corporation, so I'll have the power to have a say in how things work for a change, instead of being caught up in the crowd, because the crowd just, you can't go against it unless you have a lot of power and money. And you got to have power and money to make things happen. Otherwise, it's never going to happen. The grassroots can't grow when all the big CEOs are throwing Roundup all over it. And even without the Roundup, there's just not enough power from a grassroots cause, which usually relies on donations and fundraising, and they don't get very far because the big corporations don't help them. So I have to become a CEO so I can fucking well make progress and maybe lead other CEOs to move in the same direction, which means it's basically a top-down approach, not a bottom-up, a top-down. So the powerful people like myself are going to give to the smaller people, and it's going to be of assistance to help the planet, to help find a solution to climate change. There's a lot of work to be done, folks, and that's what I want to do as a future person in power, is to make a difference for the good, not the bad. Let's see how we go with this. Let's see. Well, that looks quite nice. Wondering if we're going to do a switcheroo or maybe not. I think now we can call this little demo quits.